Usafone for need kwanso mema obibia akwa baba channel so I daily update TV. You need kwanso say no first time baba channel so message so book kwanso tie news ni we na so need you want subscribe for more updates, like and share videos and I news no so ma we love senya videos ni bi enhwe nyakopo nsha na onye okese say yes had constructively me patch wo tie no so wo comment bi so I said them can constructively you betim dey share comment section e beje na ya kenkan nyakopo nsha na onye okese me da se bebre na me patch wo ebusua some hours ago, yet say ECOWAS for Ghana now. They didn't know more Ghana because of the election misunderstanding. Yeah, and so far, I mean, zooming into election, there has been your friend saying some grievances be. What I said, there have been some grievances be out the other political, that is NDC and other political parties say they are coming EC, but EC. Somehow as no be omo because onu no hu ni say fam rakwemu na say onu no susu ye mu no hu ni say there be enye papa fine, that is okay. And my ye president kwa na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo call France call interview amu bisa ne say inti NDC for consensus na it say no say oh a bit like any substance be a of no substance na say baseless in fact so be any like enkaja omontungu. Yes, according to your president is sanity na me pacho no sans nsem na ma ECOWAS for Ghana ama yedi kan cry ameki a reportage be about it na we dey me pacho mobile no makoye former president John Dramani Mahama ho a video ne be kwa akohwe ma okoye no so far ultimu say the former president Mahama ajo mo kama pana te we de mema mekasa ne nyatinti ye be kɔ ne akohwe video ne me pacho video ni twegu wie na Bawumia nua that is a Muslim brother no we pia ba montin abe expose Bawumia pana and sema wakanfa Bawumia strategy be opeto use no expose Bawumia big time. Na me pacho said them can me kasa enya tintin ye be kɔ ne akohwe video ni eti audio no se wi na yedi nkomo nso kakra nyankopon hia na onye okese mi da se bebre
to our humble office. In African tradition, we say we know but we ask, and so you're welcome. I know that it has to do with what has been your initiative after leaving office. I've had the privilege of serving with the West African Elders Forum when you invited me to lead the delegation that supervised the Nigerian elections. And so I know how useful this initiative is. And so I want to warmly welcome you. We have an election in barely 61 days. And there have been a few issues bubbling back and forth, especially with the Electoral Commission and issues to do with the register. So we're happy that a high-level delegation like this is here so that we can go through some of the concerns we have. We all want a peaceful election, but a peaceful election is predicated on the groundwork and the preparation that is done before the election. I'm sure that if we get everything right in the lead up to the election, then the election will be peaceful and successful. But we are committed to a peaceful election, and we believe that if we cooperate with each other, especially with the EC that is supposed to be the neutral arbiter and umpire, we should be able to get it right again. And so I want to warmly welcome you, and thank you very much. This is our General Secretary of the party, Mr. Fifi Kwete, and then Omani Bawumia is our Director of Elections, and so he handles the technical aspects of the elections, and then Joyce Bawa Muftari is my spokesperson, and so you're once again welcome.
NDC mo omo ewodin ba eyezongo communities ni muslimi yesi ye boawura ha ye pempanimfo a edi animu ko chief mama so ye iseselesi John Dramani mama bitu anamu bia papa yi obo no modin ye papa former deputy CEO the mama slok na ene wa Johnny e wo ha ni nyina ya atrosema ene ensema omo kafa eye national chief imam ho eyusu ni fo nyine de ye niam bia eni se wo mu ye ono awa ha menye nsem nyina ansa na dala edem ene Kofi Abusua panyi beji wo makonya no ye no na twetwe enkomo na ye hwe eniema over the weekend no ekoso honorable Mwakwaba je se bibia bako de je busanfo nyina so e
obi aho ye mahu wo moli di na se
enra no na ahoden heden ni hosa
wa onim die esi wo honom
fantastic
maminchia wa chef wo any national chief imam ni ye imams ni na
good
and the ahimfo and the NDC fraternity ye flag bearer ni obibiara
fantastic
amaka se koyie just that obi aho the course wo honom in terms of rented crowd Bawumia and then call for MPP supporters on best chair no Molly say against the rules Chief Imam asset ama ewo Molly say I mean say Chief Imam oti ya or my your friend the two sides in by for that meeting say on pair political colors be what I mean Molly say
Chief Imam
kai or say on pair any political colors.
One moderate program na reme ya wan. Buy no announcement no ho say omum pesa colors no. Of
course me say all can what and say those with the political party colors should stop it. I mean this is not the first time. He said it me say all can that some of these things are not tolerated. At least we agreed at the committee level say yem pesa omode your friends and beba party colors beba honum. But then you could see for yourself on the screen say these are omwa yakoko shia omo say omo boaba omo won say metro mass bus na edna ho omo tam MPP supporters say omo de omo ba more leading say so that they can come and cheer. Of course. And we I say your friend Mustafa Anyasu Wotum Nasara coordinator I stand to be corrected Anyasu Wotum Nasara coordinator no then that's the pass for you until betimate and then know I mean the voice for yourself so that at least our viewers can see exactly what I'm talking about. Say they had to pass
Mama sound whatever.
Found no beer your power, you send this so Bawumia free one when you force it big you free. Ya papa a man of the sure said when you maybe she's a baggy, practical lesson, a she's a baggy. Bawumia pure one. Mummy will say yes, more. Much of them channel 1 second about Bawumia day and fashion. That's the temple support.
Kodi kasa, kasa. Umbrella.
Yeah. Well, this is serious.
This is very serious, Mugai. I'm saying
no, I say Molly the maba more than 3-4 times.
Of course.
Mene Sariki Yako ne,
sure.
Sariki Awala Mone Penifua. Anywhere yourself.
Sure.
I think say last one me buy no ena Bawumia chiamia okwa say Malam John
that same year no almost say the same thing you can say committee no release statement to speak against this acts of the MPP disrespecting the national chief. I mean they don't have a leader. MPP doesn't have a leader.
The house inside too.
Of course some of you say President Mahama Baba ho and President Mahama's support a natural Zongo support. President Mahama, we don't bash people to the most. There be.
Chief Imam, Muslim, no. Or the area and show us
Assoria. You don't bash your people to Assoria. You go to conventions, you go to 31st night, you don't bash your people. But why is it that National Chief Imam, I will say we are Kremoni, National Chief Imam, the program, or say I don't need politics there. Now one kasa what disobey the National Chief Imam, Masika, all of them were giving money, and somebody amongst them, like. Were falling off with them and record this idea with my somebody amongst them Omodi Basi Nima Mama Obi Medina Shukura Dakuma all of them say Omon Basi so that they can praise Bawumia Oba because someone said Bawumia only President Mahama Koshia Kanda Mox 2 weeks ago President Mahama Eflon Bium Ewo Adua Binchen I mean he saw the crowd he saw the people natural crowd following President Mahama these are some of the people we are telling you. The National Chief Imam's office, this is the clear example of somebody who disrespects the Chief Imam, who disrespects the Muslim community, and this is somebody who says that he's putting himself as a Muslim to come and promote Muslim this thing. The kind of person who is doesn't respect his father, his grandfather, or anybody who concerns the Muslim community. That is why he has decided to do this thing against the wish of the Muslim community. And so such a person, no, how do you expect us Muslims to be able to respect you? And I say, Obaga say, and But Bawumia is so desperate to the sense that, I mean, you saw the fetish priest in China occurred about 2-3 weeks ago. About thing. You saw it. Anything that Bawumia needs to do to get to this presidency, obey. I don't want to go to the stream, but then this is some of the things. Am I abandoned there? What is he talking about? And then be sorry, I make us ask him where you know. I saw the fake news about Abonting concerning say Duncan Williams. We statement be say the Muslims will not be, how do you call it? I share that particular post so that I can make the informed way. I'm say Duncan Williams says that Muslims can never be cannot lead this country or so, but I have it here. And so let me quote to you. He says about I'll say about some months ago, my dad was in conference call with some pastors, and their discussion was about Ghana being Christian country and that they cannot allow a Muslim to be the president, so they need to do something about it. I mean, everybody knows where Duncan Williams.
This is
fake news. In fact, the yen.com attribute sorry to him. The yen.com, they've come out to say that it is not true. They've issued a disclaimer.
So they are just,
and so
they just
because
want to destroy
Duncan Williams. And you see, let me just quote something.
Then
to
we are
you.
Japadian. I say how our Duncan Williams plans or more.
Me say Japadian any and na be the buy no Japadian no die or say this. I mean, not to read the whole thing. Religion and chieftaincy, page 23. Or say this notwithstanding, it is important to identify and profile some church leaders within the country as they seem to perpetuate an agenda against our political tradition. They must be properly contained and muted. Critically, Duncan Williams. This is Japan, and so we share the kind of people we are dealing with. Almost President Mahama engage the Christian community. The first thing about Muhu, and the most important is Reverend also be So what do we need to do? Let's put out something to be able to, to get the Muslim community's mind to say Christians for take a stand. The Muslim community must also take a stand. Let me tell you, Duncan Williams, or make it that statement, and I want you to read that statement to the hearing of the people, because we need to set this record straight, not to bring religious conflict between Christians and Muslims. Then Bawumia camp, Oma is so desperate to the extent that they want to bring religious war. These are the nation records. And some of us as Muslims will not sit down for such things to happen. And this is President Mahama Nkasa.
Ghana's Archbishop Duncan Williams says, let's learn from Muslims.
Fantastic. The story is there. Or say, in fact, in one of his preachings, say some of the people asked him that, you're born pie, young Christians for your born pie, but yes, sometimes our grace delays and so on and so forth. But he says, he told them that go and check the Muslims. They pray 5 times a day.
I was talking to one of my bishops.
Yes.
And he said, Papa, I'm tired of praying. All this pray. Then I said, son, stop acting like a kid. Wake up and grow up. If you think I'm going to sympathize with you, I'm not. Look at the Muslims.
Yes.
They pray 5 times a day.
Yes. And they pray 5 times a day. Or culture will say, the Christian, his son, that look at what even the Muslims are using us as reference. Yes, it means he reveres our. Yes. He said, "Omo 5 times. Who are bompai Sundays in Kwano? Ose wabre." But learn from Muslims. That's Duncan Williams speaking. And so, how do you fake news for no? On say Flagstaff House. Oma Chene out on office.
So
yes. Into which President Mahama Nkasa recently or say. Akufo-Addo's office, Flagstaff office, or Flagstaff House is headquarters of misinformation. This is President Mahama.
Yes, Ghana
Web. Because Omar Trantroy Gunkofodo, so many leading members of what the clergy. But then the main person can say, Omar rounds, promotes our religious bigotry within the MPP, they must stop it. Only recently, Saturday, where your program be representatives for Fana, any Arafat, all they are saying is that Al Muslim, Ahul Muslim. They say Kremoni, Udionkuni Kremoni. That is their mantra. They go to mosques as Muslim, Ahul Muslim. All over, they are preaching the religious bigotry. And you and I know, say, and there you can 70% of our populations are Christians.
Fantastic.
19.9% of Muslims. Inti says Sabi. Say you call it even that religious way now. Muslims can never become president in this country. And that is why we don't want that thing to happen. In fact, it was the NDC and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Papa to be the first Muslim Council of State in Ghana. Mahmoud Bawumia, yes, NDC, Ronest Nemano. A Christian president, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Papa, the chairman of the Council of State, the first Muslim. In fact, the NDC was the first political party to even give Muslims the national chairman, the co-chairman, Isifu Ali, the late, and Munifje. Until here, as NDC, no, we've always revered, loved, and cared for the Muslim community. Nobody should come and bring a war between our religious leaders, the pastors, against the Muslim, the imams. And
I do Pentecost or say Jesus Christ is our savior. Now I saw a yes shrine ho. Now the name of Kugunukum. Nipa Bakono or some maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Or no, why I don't say your double track, our free senior high school. Bawumia a religious double track.
Okay.
There's no okwa and opa Muslim. We are now a Christian. And a Joe now a fetish priest. That is his mantra. That is the way of doing things.
Well.
On this station, in me catch a claim for no say there is nobody or nowhere in the Quran or nowhere in the Bible, nowhere stating there, obey you are supposed to vote for a person because he's a religious person. And that's how Debbie, let's remove that religious entry. One global info analytics. Or say then these are the various Muslim sects: Sunnah, Shia, Tijaniya, Ahmadiyya, and others. Or say John Mahama between July to October, John Mahama performed 4.1% increment. Amongst the Sunnah, increase Shia 7.1%, Tijaniya 17.6%, Ahmadiyya network formed by 9.2%, Bawumia negative 5.0, negative 7.5, negative 16.9, Ahmadiyya and Kwanonya Kakra. Amongst the Muslim community, this is a survey that was done between July and October. President Mahama is still leading with it, just this a few months ago in the Zongo communities, because they know what the NDC has done for them. They haven't forgotten the policies between Yene Wa Pemone Muslimini. Maybe sir, policies now the ma say Koyon Wejuma. Chief Imam the ma no. And so nobody should come and be bringing out fake news against our pastors. The National Chief Imam in his 100 years anniversary, Echo has already said he wants to bring that harmony between Christians and Muslims. We do not want any religious war by Bawumia's office. We do not want channel of fake news by Bawumia's office to bring religious war against the pastors and imams. We've lived in harmony. Your friend is saying Duncan Williams has preached for more than 40 years, and you don't hear anything of such, whether from him or any other pastor, against the Muslims. Those who are causing confusion are the Muslims within Bawumia's office, and they must stop it.
But I say, Honorable Mustafa, for your time, Alaji.
Me pacho me da obi bia se wa jemre na wa kutie news ya na se wa hwe video so kakra nyakopon sha na onye mukase se wa sade na ebusia sade maka no wo comment bi nso afa comment e share comment section constructively fa share comment section e be gina ya kenkan sa wo ne Bawumia nuane ya adwene afa comment share se kan bibi na wo so wuni se wa hade wa kan be hade on kan ya fa share comment section e be gina ya kenkan na utie on nsema o kanani survey o monso my that is on kwa the survey na nyon na ye global info ye nyina nim say global info a very credible, very credible institution a omode ba so far eye efa pepe na according to the global info analytics for report na or the ba you know. And ultimately say though Bawumia being a Muslim, no, Bawumia is not even performing in the Muslim communities. And now no, according to Omuti Jubilee House, and they just want to incite the Muslims. What they are saying, inciting Muslims, you know. As more Muslims now who say, once or share that day, Duncan Williams Kesi by not just say Muslims. Our case Duncan Williams say there is no way a Muslim can be a president. Also, omo the same way nyina ba se na be ya bema the Muslim community no ere ebe voting against the former president John Dramani Mahama because he is a Christian. Just one person Muslims, that is the Muslim communities, you know. Ehun say and sad ya say na mo kan de yen so ye be kire mo say de ye ne ye be to ama ye de na so no makoto ama Bawumia. Wo strategy omo use. Meanwhile sad ye no so ntesa. Emma you made reference to yen.com and yen.com forms so piaba bontin abe issue disclaimer. Wama babe issue disclaimer. Na yesenkofo no edwuma omo ye no ho anu no omo kan sam no omo nim said Duncan Williams ne ye kan to so no so de why quite so for penyin ni de ontimi pie emba bontin embeka sanye ma no onfa ne say because on said the nankofo be use ni din e twantro ne nkwana banti sanye ma no ombeka na chesa ade no so kwa na etonko futrim ente sa nso ebusia memma mekasa nyɛ tenten yɛde nkɔmmɔ no bɛsi a sɛde maka no wɔ comment bi nso a mpakyɛ constructively fa hyɛ comment section yɛbɛgye ne akenkan ma review sɛ sɛ wo subscribe yɛ subscribe ne bɔ share button ne bɔ notification no nso na oyɛ ne sɛ mmerɛ bi a yɛde latest news bɛbɛ bia no YouTube bɛbɔ nkae na wanya na nso abɛnya videos ni bi ahwe Nyankopɔn nhyɛ na ɔnyɛ ɔkɛse medase bebree abusua yɛde nkɔmmɔ no bɛsi a